my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D, and you're watching Vina Entertainment Unfiltered. I've been talking a lot about Big Brother Season 24, especially the winner, Taylor Hill. I've also been talking about Taylor and Joseph Jailer. So for those of you who are supporters of Big Brother and Taylor and Joseph, just go to the Jailer playlist on this channel to catch up on their videos. Let's talk about Love is Blind. If you are someone who have no clue what Love is Blind is this show on Netflix where, singles come together and they meet each other in, different pods, and they're behind a wall and you can't really see what the other person looks like. You are getting to know them emotionally. You get to hear their voice, have conversations and all of that, but you don't physically get to see them. You go as far as proposing. Some people even fall in love before physically seeing what they look like. They propose, the other person, says yes. After the pod proposal, if the person says yes, then you get to see them. The door is open, you get to meet them, and you get to get down again on one knee and propose, okay? This is where things normally takes a turn. Yes, the emotional connection is great and all, but then sometimes people physically see the person and then it's like, you know what? They're not my type. They start to spend time together and either it leads to marriage or not. I want to get to the story. So for those of you who have no clue what Love is Blind is, I will explain more at the end. But let's get to the reason why we are here. We are here to talk about Love is Blind Season 3. Now, I did my review on the couples, the reunion and everything, and I was going to do things in order. But let's talk about the current hot topic, okay? Now, of course, the cast was bigger than what I have on the screen, but the people and images I have on the screen are the couples that participated in the reunion and that made it further in the show. Whether they got married or not, they made it this far. Love is Blind is hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey. So let's get into the reason why we are here. Zenab and Cole. They met in a pod, hit it off, everything went great. He proposed to her. Before he locked things down with Zenab, he had a few conversations with Colleen, but Colleen was very much of a surface level type of person. Every time he wanted to go deep or get deeper with her, she was shut down. She was more his type, but because she had all of these walls up and did not want to open up, he moved on to Zenab and they had a great connection. Like I said, he proposed. Fast forward, he got to see her physically. They go on their honeymoon / vacation, getting to know each other. And during that time, he quickly realized that, she's passive aggressive. She had some serious self-esteem issues, insecurities, constantly projecting, nagging all the time, and it was just a hot mess. And her fiance, being this, he wants to joke all the time. He's very playful. He doesn't take life too seriously, and that's great and all, but sometimes you have to know when to say when. Now, she's a serious person and pick up your towels, pick up your socks. You're too dirty. You're too this. Whereas he's just here like carefree. With all of the good things I'm saying about him, he did make some not so pleasant comments. He did do some things and say some things to make you, give him the side eye. And it's like, okay, dude, grow up. Why are you here? Now, what made the situation worse is because all of the couples were on this vacation together. Of course, eventually, everyone have to come and see each other. So they met each other, and then fast forward, they had a pool party, and Cole had a conversation with Colleen, and he basically said, you are absolutely my type and a type of woman that I would date and go for. And she said, if I was to see you in the bar, you are the type of guy that I would talk to as well. Basically, they're giving each other compliments. But his conversation went too far for an engaged man. Okay, when Colleen left that conversation, she went to her fiance. She told him everything. He blew up. He was very verbally abusive towards her. Okay, so bad to the point where she's trending on Twitter right now. And people are like, okay, girl, blink twice if you need help, because she married him. And she's talking about how happy they are and they're finding a balance. Those are the words that she's saying, but her body language saying something completely different. But let's get back to Zenab and Cole. You already have a woman who have insecurities, and issues and self-esteem issues and all of that. And now she have to hear that you said another woman is attractive and she's your type, and your fiance is not physically your type, but you love her. Fast forward, the couples, they leave their honeymoon, they moved in together, and she's realizing that he's just very nasty and he's not someone she can see herself living with. They're constantly picking up after him. But it was just the way how she told him about himself. Another big issue for them was him calling her bipolar. But he said in a recent interview that she called herself bipolar. And they were having a long conversation. And that's when he asked her, "Are you really?" So this wasn't just out of the clear blue sky. Let me just call this woman bipolar. But of course, Netflix didn't show the entire conversation because they had other couples to get to. But when you cut all of the context out and you just show this man asking her if she's bipolar, then of course, that's what people are going to go off her. So calling her bipolar, saying that, the other woman is your type, all of those things contributed to their household just being a hot mess. But the fact that she too was just too uptight, always on edge, always nagging, it felt like he was walking on eggshells, couldn't even joke around with his own fiance. It put a strain on their relationship. But through all of that, he could still see himself marrying her. And all the way down to their wedding day, he really thought she was going to say yes. They get to the altar. She says this beautiful prayer. They profess their love to each other. And then they ask her the question. Basically, say, "I do" or "I don't." And she said, "I don't." But then she went in on him. Okay, she gave this speech, but it was just very mean and rude. And he just felt broken. Now, at that point, there were probably still some people cheering her on, being happy for her. Yes, you tell him all of that. But it was when she took it a step further during the reunion and started to tell lies on him. Started to project her insecurities on him. Starving herself because she wanted to fit in her wedding dress, but then saying he's the reason why she was starving herself, because he made comments about her weight. He made comments about how she looked. And because of that, she's having conversations with the other women. So now the other women join in, they all gang up and they start to bully him. And then one of the women's husbands join in. And it was this huge gang up. And this man went from smiling like this, being this, person that's joking all the time, to this is how badly they broke him. And this is what he looked like during the reunion. First, she accused him of getting another woman's number from his bachelor party, but he didn't have women at his bachelor party. And some of the men who could have stepped in to confirm that and clear his name because they wanted to stand by their women, or I was too drunk to remember, and all of that. So that was the first story she created, allegedly, because Cole said that never happened. Then she started to blame him for the reason why she was on the verge of an eating disorder again. She started to say how she was just eating peanut butter and banana because of the comments he made about her weight and all of that. And he's sitting on the stage looking confused. What is she talking about? They had dinner reservations and she was eating something that was going to mess up her appetite. So all he said was, "You're going to eat that? We are about to have a feast, baby." And he's joking around with her. Then she said, "Oh, I only had peanut butter and banana a day or so ago." And then he said, "Why? That's not someone who's wanting you to starve yourself." He even said that he offered her food and she turned it down because she's trying to fit in her wedding dress. Yet she sat on the stage and said the complete opposite and blamed him for all of these disgusting things, to the point where Netflix exposed her as a liar by showing a clip of what really happened. So when people saw that, it became terrible for her because she's been bullied and dragged all day. I'm not here for things like that. In as much as what she did to Cole was wrong, it's also not right for people to turn around and bully her. But some people are not, but not everybody is bullying her. Some people are just giving her constructive criticism, encouraging her to stay in therapy. She is still in therapy. And now the comment section on her page is turned off. So after all of the dragging and the comments and everyone just going in on her, this was Zenab's attempt of apologizing. Cole, I fought for us until I couldn't anymore. I know you know that. I know you know why I said what I said. I know you know what you did. It's okay if you aren't ready to talk about that yet, Zay. An apology for the internet. I am sorry. I'm sorry you weren't in that relationship. I'm sorry you didn't feel what I felt. I'm sorry we don't have the same triggers. I'm sorry me standing up for myself offended you so greatly. I'm sorry you didn't see all the reasons for what I said. I'm sorry you didn't live that with me. I'm sorry that you don't know me. I'm sorry your insecurities are different than my own. I'm sorry your online hate says so much more of you than it ever will of me. Girl, this ain't no apology, Chad. At this point, she's really mocking her apology. So I'm not even going to read the rest. It's on the screen. You can put me on pause and read it. It might be small for some of you, but if I can see it, you can see it. I'm not reading that mess because that's what she's doing. She's mocking, saying I'm sorry. But basically, that's what she did. People also feel like Matt and Baptiste should have gotten all of the heat that Cole got, and he didn't deserve it. Now, this lady right here and her husband, okay, she's getting dragged all over the internet too because they ganged up on Cole as well. It's on the screen. There will be no apology from me. There are multiple reasons why we stuck by her. We spent almost every day together, so I would not take advice from anyone who was not there. There are two sides to the story, and I still stand by what I said. Well, you can read the rest because she doesn't give up. And she's basically saying, look, I was there. And I don't care that the person I was defending was exposed as a liar and that she was the one who basically wasn't eating because she wanted to fit her wedding dress but then flipped it on this guy. I don't care what Netflix showed, okay? I'm sticking by her and that's it. I was there and that's all that matters. Zenab, you are beautiful. She doesn't see this when she looks in the mirror. Based on how she was talking about the other ladies, putting them on pedestal, you're beautiful. Hopefully you start to see this person when you look in the mirror. And hopefully as you continue your journey to work on yourself eternally, the beauty on the outside will also be the beauty on the inside. And like I said, under no circumstances am I sitting here and saying Cole was a saint. Absolutely not. He was immature. He made some not so pleasant comments and all of that. But to sit on a platform and your entire mission is to destroy someone, and that's just okay, I'm upset we didn't work out, so I'm going to throw some shade, but to also go as far as making accusations to completely destroy their livelihood, that's just taking it too far. That man, my gosh, what broke a lot of people was he was confused because he did not do these things that she was claiming, but the way how she was attacking him and majority of the people in the room were attacking him and no one stood up for him, it was almost like, wait a minute, am I the crazy one here? Did I really do these things? I wish them well. I wish them healing. And I hope Netflix provide counseling because that was hard to watch and it was disgusting. Cole did see the outpouring of love and he wrote, thank you everyone for all the messages and comments. I can't express how much your support means to me. I'm watching final episodes now and want to do a Q&A story tomorrow for y'all. So much love, Cole. But then he came back and basically Netflix said, boy, these episodes just came out. You're not answering no questions, okay? Let us make our money, okay? Let us make our coins. Do the Q&A later. So, yeah, he wasn't able to do it. I am going to leave some of the clean comments that I could find that would not lead my video to getting blocked on the screen as we end it. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.